Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Mouthing Off with Mike, the only wrestling podcast that gives kids one singular piece of gabagool on Halloween. Ladies and gentlemen, the theme is Halloween. The theme, Sunday in Hershey, Pennsylvania. So make sure you get a couple of them full-size candy bars sent on my way if you're going to NXT Halloween Havoc. And it is the first time in over 2 weeks that I am back here on Mouthing Off with Mike on the podcast. So it's good to be back with all of you viewing this or listening to this on the audio side. A lot's been going on. We got a lot to talk about here when it comes to NXT Halloween Havoc. So without further ado, let's get into the predictions, shall we?
Mouthing Off with Mike, Mouthing Off with Mike, Mouthing Off with Mike.
Welcome in to Mouthing Off with Mike, and welcome in to my NXT Halloween Havoc match predictions. At the current recording date and time, we've got 5 matches for NXT Halloween Havoc. If any are announced from now until Sunday's premium live event in Hershey, Pennsylvania, hit me up on social media at MOWM_podcast. I'll tell you my predictions. Maybe I'll even drop a quick little snippet, a little blurb here about the match on social media for you. But getting into it, let's start. The return of Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal is back, and we've got 3 matches that the wheel was spun, a deal was made, and now somebody's got to cash a check that maybe, just maybe, their ass can't cash. Let's start with the first match. We've got the Prodigy and the current reigning defending NXT Women's Champion, Roxanne Perez, and former friend, former enemy, current friend, Cora Jade, tag teaming against the beautiful Madness Julia and Stephanie Vacour. Now, this match was the first match that was formally really introduced for NXT Halloween Havoc, thanks to Cora Jade interrupting in the Julia Roxanne Perez match from the debut episode of NXT on the CW. Still really not a fan of the whole CW thing, but that's a different soapbox for a different day. Stephanie Vacour ended up helping Julia get some backup, get some retribution towards these two. So you got Roxanne and Cora on one side versus Julia and Stephanie Vacour. I'm going to tell you right now, the only thing that seems possible for me in this whole thing is that Roxanne and Cora lose, thus ending this short reunited friendship, and then we get the inevitable Roxanne versus Cora for the title after Cora has to beat somebody. Maybe she beats Julia or something, or Stephanie. I don't know. Neither here nor there. But I think the obvious direction is Roxanne, Cora for the NXT Women's Championship. And then you got to talk a little bit maybe about Julia and Stephanie. Where do they fit in here? The fold, maybe the NXT North American Championship, maybe the NXT Women's Championship. Maybe they do a number 1 contenders triple threat with Cora and those two. Anything's possible, but I am going to give the win to Stephanie Vacour and Julia. Next match, it was announced Ridge Holland has been challenged by Andre Chase. Put the U's up, ladies and gentlemen. Get your U's up. Shout out to the U, Chase U, baby. To an ambulance match. We got an ambulance match. We haven't seen an ambulance match in a little bit, a couple years. So we got Andre Chase, Ridge Holland, ambulance match. The story is essentially Ridge turned his back on Chase U, thus ending any sort of partnership that they had, beat the hell out of Andre Chase, hospitalized him. He had to be stretchered out in you guessed it, an ambulance. So here we are, an ambulance match has been made. You know, I'm going to give the win to Andre Chase. He's been taking a lot of L's with this feud, and Ridge has been beating him up a lot. So in my mind, anytime someone like that is getting put through the ringer, they're due for a big W or a big Andre Chase U-size ass kicking. Give me Andre Chase to throw Ridge the Fridge in the ambo and pack his ass out of NXT and this feud with Chase U. We got Kalani Jordan versus Fallon Henley JC Jane or Jasmine Nix, ladies and gentlemen, because this is a spin the wheel, make the wheel spinner's choice. So we don't know who she's going to verse until Sunday night when they make their entrances and one of the Fatal Influences members is selected. My money, my all betting odds, is Kalani Jordan versus JC Jane. And you know what, folks? You're not going to like it. I think JC Jane's going to beat her. Thanks to the other two members, Fallon and Jasmine, I think there's a damn good possibility JC Jane holds her first taste of singles gold in her time in NXT. It's a hot take, folks. It's trick or treat. We might see a new champ with some gold in their candy bucket. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, as your resident Italian-American wrestling podcaster, the Don Tony D'Angelo won the NXT North American Championship a few weeks ago. Ladies and gentlemen, there was gabagool on the walls. There was gabagool on the ceiling. There was cannoli cream everywhere. The Don won the NXT North American Championship from Obafemi. And we got a little spin the wheel, make the deal action because we got tables, ladders, and scares. Not the scares, ladies and gentlemen. And it has been announced by Ava, our incredible NXT GM, that this match can only end via pinfall. So Tony D is going to have to put the ruler down 1, 2, 3. No climbing up the rungs of the ladder, grabbing the title and retaining it. No, he has to put this man down. And I'm here to tell you right now, through the spirit of Rocky Balboa himself, the Don, through the spirit of Don Corleone, through the spirits, the Don Tony D'Angelo will retain the NXT North American Championship against the ruler, Obafemi. Obafemi, it's been fun. I know there's a lot of people that ain't happy about it. Oh well. Cry about it, I guess. I give you some gabagool you can cry into, wipe your tears, and have a nice piece of meat there too with it. Oh well, Obafemi's destined for big things. How long are you gonna let the guy sit here in this NXT North American division when he obviously has the look, he's got the physical acumen, he can go in the ring, and he can talk? What are you kidding me? As long as they don't do any like love storyline with Nikita Lyons over here in NXT Love Island, we'll be fine. Obafemi will be fine. He will go towards the NXT Championship. And it is a perfect segue into the last match here on my NXT Halloween Havoc predictions, which we'll see Trick Williams, little trick or treat. You get a little trick, you get a little treat going up against Ethan Page. And a spin the wheel, make the deal, Devil's Playground match for the NXT Championship. So, things are going to be interesting. I love Halloween Havoc. I love Halloween. I freaking love Halloween. Freaking bats. I love it all. I love it all. All right. Big Halloween guy. Massive Halloween guy. Look, you're going to catch me on the nightcap next Wednesday for Fright Night Dynamite. God, that's so good off the fucking tongue. Fright Night Dynamite. That hits so good. I don't know, I'm weird like that. That just tickles a part of my brain. I will be live with the nightcap Wednesday night. We'll probably be a little bit later than anticipated start time because I do gotta kind of speed watch some things here. But I will be live Wednesday next week, October 30th, on the nightcap on Boom Broadcasting for the Fright Night Dynamite nightcap. Say that 5 times fast. You sent me a video saying that 5 times fast. I will send you a mouthing off with Mike shirt. You send me a video saying it 5 times fast. Fright Night Dynamite nightcap. I want to see. That's the challenge. That's the MOWM challenge of the week for you. Listen, back to the match at hand. Trick Willie, Ethan Page, little trick. Maybe some treats. Maybe some treats for one of these guys. Let's be real. I'm gonna keep making that joke until it really sticks. Until I can kind of like feel my way through it, and we can kind of just put it together here at the very tail end of the episode. Spin the wheel. Make the deal. Devil's Playground. Going to be a good match. Trick Williams and Ethan Page have had some good interactions over these last couple weeks. We got Ethan Page dropping his own diss track. Ethan Page dropped a rap diss track. Come on, man. I'm going to tell you right now. I love me some Trick Willie. Shout out to Trick. Incredible guy. Incredible human being. But the man who should be carrying the flagship on his back because of how good he's been doing with everything is Ethan Page, man. I know how popular Trick is. I know how popular he is. I hear you. I love the guy. I think he's incredible. But I have concerns. We've talked a lot about it on the nightcap. I'm not going to rehash the conversation. I have concerns that things are not sticking like they should for him. And that's no disrespect or discredit or service towards him. When I watch him, I get a sense of awkwardness. Like something doesn't click. Like he's so charismatic. He talks the talk. Sometimes he can't walk the walk. Now, I'm still going to tell you right now, Trick's going to retain the title. Trick will retain the NXT Championship at Halloween Havoc out there in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Like I said, listen, if you're not getting any full-size Hershey bars, you're not sending them to my way. Maybe we get me a little jumbo Reese's cup action. Hear me out. Hershey Park's right there. Make a day out of it. Head over, for a nice Sunday. They got some. They do like a little Halloween theme. They got some Halloween events that they do, them little haunted houses at Hershey Park, if I remember correctly from my youth. This is how this episode is completely broken down. This is what happens when you give a man a mic and he has some time. This is cheaper than therapy, ladies and gentlemen. You ain't getting therapy this cheap. You're gonna have to pay $175. Listen, you should subscribe to Mouthing Off with Mike on Boom Broadcasting for $0.00, and you get free therapy, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to tell you right now, NXT Halloween Havoc. I love me some Halloween. I love Halloween. I love bats. Freaking bats. Love Halloween. Let's have a hell of a time. I'll be back Sunday. After Halloween Havoc. I'll be heading on back from a little excursion, from a little celebration. When two people really love each other, they get married. There's that thing, that thing called marriage. Well, I gotta go show my face, make an appearance. Gotta do some things, take care of business. But when I'm back, Sunday night, after NXT Halloween Havoc was off the air, I will be live on Boom Broadcasting with the Halloween Havoc nightcap. So, bring your candy. Better be full-size chocolate bars. Bring your appetite for delight. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Mouthing Off with Mike. This has been my NXT Halloween Havoc predictions. Ladies and gentlemen, go out there and enjoy this week of professional wrestling. I will talk to you Sunday night after the show on Boom Broadcasting for the Halloween Havoc Nightcap.